Well, we are picking up with the Nehum group, the Phorasia group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before we do that, I have a question.
I haven't.
Are we all lined up timeline-wise, so we're all like on the same day at this point, or is there still a discrepancy between Rin and Val and the rest of us?
There is still discrepancy, and that is why we're starting with you to try to catch up to.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, the steampunk crocodile is now in the general chat.
Nice.
Okay, and if we go to roll 20, because I did do very little preparation.
Mm-hmm.
So no roll 20 today? Is that what you just said?
Did you want to do a recap, or are we good? Just because
Uh,
Father Tom wasn't
I'll
here.
do that. And that's what me and Tom was talking about.
Okay.
Because there's a little bit of recap stuff and just in general things that Tom needed to know.
Understood.
So, where we left off was with this group right before, or right as and the rest of the party was making the decision to take the necklace off Neum after she had been over the last few days, the 5 days, seemingly sick with a worsening condition. As y'all have been traveling off, slightly off trail to avoid another assassination attempt and avoiding towns along the way to Phorasia. So, I've just got y'all in lines.
Okay.
So you feel free to move your, excuse me, feel free to move your characters wherever you may wish. I think Niam's a good spot there. We'll put Bill right there, and your horses are all lined up.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have her on Bill, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, action.
So we were in the middle of trying to figure out what's going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we had just asked Father Tom if he'd be okay with us taking the necklace off her to see if I can try and figure out what's going on with her.
Yeah.
Can I roll just kind of prior to that, like a general perception of? I know we're out camping, but are we totally alone? Are there anything else in sight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tom, insight.
Oh, those
Your
are
eyelids,
Uh,
sir. Your
that's a
eyelids
2.
are insight.
That's a 2. Tom, you don't
I'm
think there's
stressed.
anything near you, like anyone other than your party members near you.
Okay,
Wait, Tom
so
can
it's
see again?
no.
well moving.
So maybe he shouldn't be the one doing that check.
He's listening.
That might be the reason for the 2. So at the moment, though, it's as the map suggests. So it's Stkx going up to check Nia most directly, and the other 2 standing nearby, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I am actively keeping an eye of our surroundings with a 24 perception.
Perfect.
You don't see anyone else near you. Y'all are by your lonesome this afternoon, but I think we left this is about 10 or 11 in the morning.
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
fairly
sure.
early. Like, we woke up with her like this. That was our problem.
Yeah.
So I think this was quite early.
Yeah, let's say 8.
with Styx moving forward, Tom's gonna just reach out, see if you can find her hand and touch her hand, and just shake his head.
Shake his
Okay,
head no, or shake his head. I don't
Shake
know
his
what to
head
do.
no.
So you're not
his head
saying
no.
not saying anything to Sticks. You're just trying to reach out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll for that. See if you can.
Oh, what is that?
What's going on, Tom?
Oh.
I just want to help her.
To make my little roll. Let's see. That is a 23.
Yep. You're
23.
able. Yep. You're able to guide to Styx's hand.
Yeah, because you're
And Tom's just shaking his head. It doesn't look. It looks like he looks serious, but he's a little nervous. He's just shaking his head.
okay. Well, since Tom can't really see, I'm going to do it anyway.
Wait. Tom grabs Stick's wrist and
What?
puts a
Trying to
hand
help
on
her.
Liam.
I'm trying to help her. Nothing else has been working. This is the only thing that we could figure out. All I want to do is do a quick heal without it on.
Tom is going to
What's going on?
sidebar here for a second.
What? Hurry. I don't know how, look at her. Well, sorry, you can't.
Yes. Well,
Feel her. She's not moving.
I forgive you. Yes. Well, just sidebar, as it were. Sidebar.
You have 1 minute.
Tom would move enough distance away from the rest of the group until he realizes that
I'm just going to be pointing to
enough
my
distance
head.
for Liam. I'm sure the bugs will be able to hear.
Yeah, I'm going to be pointing to my head for the other two. And in my head, while we're not there, can you take it off, please? He's not going to notice.
Zaz will happily do that.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
So
What, Tom?
if that is happening, Tom is more aware than you would expect him to be, and he's going to Misty step back until he's standing in front of Liam, and he will grab her by the hair.
Let's roll initiative.
Everybody?
Yes.
Initiative.
Well.
I mean,
Renee's eating this up.
Literally, Jeremy and I were just talking about what happens if Tom attacks.
I mean,
Yeah.
just so we know what, I'm probably going to go first.
That's a 12.
Oh, that's a guarantee.
That's
I don't
fine.
even know why you try.
Oh,
No.
I only rolled 2?
Oh.
I got 15. I still go first, but
Yeah, you'll still go before Tom.
For the sake of
Or no,
argument,
that's not Tom.
and you can say no, but will you give me my free action, a verbal action at the beginning of a sort of like surprise or initiating verbal action before everybody wants to do what they want to do, or do I wait until my turn to even say anything? I've Misty stepped. That's it. Up to you.
you can't surprise Krix with my alertness feat.
I'm gonna say it starts at the hair grab, and that's where we start initiative. So no.
Yeah. All right.
Depending on what, if it's a one word thing, you can say a one word thing.
Well, the one word he'd get out in time is stop.
Yep.
He wouldn't have
I
time for any more. So
I figured it would be something like that.
yeah, if they hear stop, then they hear stop, and it's a very guttural, very nervous sound, and that's all I'll say for now.
So by grab her hair, exactly what are we talking about? Are you like, because she was laying prone.
Yeah.
So you grabbed her by the hair and are lifting her off the ground?
Yeah, kind of. So like when there was, even if Tom didn't hear anything, if there was just a movement to move closer to her to take the necklace off, that's when Tom missy stepped and is kind of still with the momentum, like grabbing her hair and moving up with her and yelling, "Stop!"
Oh no, dude, I'm totally gonna grapple you. So Crix is literally gonna go up, or come up behind him and wrap both sets of arms around him and be like, "You need to explain, Tom. You're not making sense."
Grapple, was that's contested athletics or athletics against
It's athletics,
Athletics or acrobatics.
yeah.
or
If you're
acrobatics.
trying to avoid, it's athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, so Tom, you can make your
Oh, I even gave him my worst stat.
Let's see what we do. That is a 21 acrobatics to weasel his way out of that.
Wow. Nicely done. She's still going to be like, "Tom, you need to tell us what's going on. You're not making sense."
okay, and we're gonna call that your turn, Chris.
Yep.
And he made a panicked little sound when he did that.
So that's gonna put us on to. I'm not sure who has the higher dex, Daz or Stkx.
13. Sorry, 16.
Yeah, mine just 16 as well.
Okay, go for it.
I was just looking at my spells. I'm like, what can I cast here? I don't think anything is really appropriate.
That's the kicker.
Obviously, we don't want to hurt
It's
Tom.
erratic behavior.
Nope.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want physical pain or do you want emotional pain?
let's see. Yeah, basically, that's what it comes down to. I guess I'll just stay in his head and get ready to cast like just a cantrip. I guess we'll go with Firebolt.
So
I'm getting ready to cast. I'm going to be like, we need to get her better. It's important. We don't want to hurt you, Tom. Please explain.
so you're holding your attack action for what exactly?
If he makes any moves to hurt her, I'm targeting him with the Firebolt.
Okay, just want to be clear, okay? And that's going to put us on to Stkx.
I told you I'd give you a minute, Tom. Talk. Or I'm going to have Bill sit on you. That's me.
Oops. Oh, no. I moved Crix next to Tom.
I'll let him talk.
Okay. And so, Tom.
So Tom is looking around in all of your directions. It feels like he's fully turning to where you guys are, even if you're not moving. Just his head. And yeah, so he's kind of like tightening his grip, and he's like, "Stop! She has been judged. She is. This is. This is not my choice. This is not my choice. But she jeopardizes everything." And he looks really mad.
Judged by who?
Why don't we send her home?
Judged by the god of light. A good god, my god, judged.
Can
She
I...
betrayed them in some way.
Oh, wait, my turn.
He'll just keep talking, so I don't know when
Yeah,
when his time will be up.
I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be it right there. So, but nothing else while you're talking, correct?
Correct. I mean, it's something of a persuasion. I don't know if it's worth like. I mean, this is a persuasion.
For this, I don't want to do persuasion roll. This is because this is full RP. So
Yeah. So this is just a.
now
He's attempting to persuade.
Help us understand why the god of light would sentence somebody to death. Give us a valid reason why. Because even I don't like to just watch people die when we can do something about it. So please explain why we're supposed to let her die.
You think I do?
'Cause this one,
You think
this
I've
one's
ever...
going to have to explain at some point why she's dead. And she points back to Stkx.
Yep. And, well, if you say she's done something wrong, and that's your god, even though it doesn't sound like... That sounds evil, not nice. There's a court system, and, like, we don't really have... What's your proof? Is there any? Who told you? How? If you say she's done something wrong, well, let's take her to a temple and tell them and let them deal with it. It's not up to us. It's not up to you.
Stkx, it isn't up to me. I know it's not up to me, and you know how I know. They told me. They told me. You know, I talked to them.
Yep.
And then he's going to look over to...
What do you believe, though?
Of course, I couldn't tell you. You think I'm in the business of questioning what it is?
Well, that's...
He's going to look at Krix, actually.
He's going to think for a second. She's going to think for a second and go, that's faith. Everyone questions it.
It's faith. Krix, are you in the business of questioning your god? None of us are.
I don't think any of us have a... You're muted, by the way.
My god is dead. I question everything.
Mine's never talked to me, and we worship the same thing.
Well,
I've tried talking.
mine isn't dead.
Sure. However,
Shouldn't be
does
up to
she
them.
worship the god of light?
Yeah,
Are
does
not
she have
all
any
the gods
religious symbols
granted
on her?
their... Right.
I don't
Are
think
they
she
not
did.
granted, dominion over those that worship them? If any god could just kill anybody, wouldn't all the gods be slaughtering all their enemies, like, followers?
And she has the right to defend herself. Not like this.
What has she
It's-
done to
it-
warrant her death?
And it should be up to her father, not us.
I don't know what she's done. It's not my place to ask. It's not my...
It's
I
not
don't
your place
know.
to judge.
And I don't judge.
Well,
She receives the judgment. It's not mine. I was told to put on the necklace. I did it. She has it on. It's not mine.
Tell them no. See what happens.
No, at this point, Krix is done debating. And she's going to try to wrestle him away from her. Can I use an acrobatics this time?
Not to initiate a grapple. It's only when you're trying to escape or contested was when acrobatics is applied.
I don't want to hurt him.
No.
it's gonna be strength based to be able to wrap him up and
All right,
not
well,
hurt.
a 22.
So whatever you contest.
So
Okay.
Tom needs to roll.
That is a 20, but
So
we are
close,
going
but I win.
we're going to feel lucky for a moment. We're going to try it again.
Yeah.
No, that's a 20.
Okay. Yeah, you get Tom in a wrapped. I'm going to say wrapped around the waist and with one pair of arms. The other pair of arms has him in the full Nelson.
Yes, so he is no longer holding on to her.
Okay.
And as she says it, I'm like, Tom, I don't like her, but unless you can provide proof, we cannot just let her die. We'll tie her up or something, but unless you can provide proof, we have to try to heal her.
Tom is just Tom's certainly not attacking you, but he's trying to struggle, and he's like, Crix, this is a mistake. This is a mistake.
I'm literally going to drag him as far as I can away.
If it's a mistake, Tom.
It will not be on you.
No. I'm ordering you to stop.
I
don't want
might
to,
not
but-
know what she did, but
I don't want it. Just let me try.
What are you going to try to do that a god couldn't? What are you going to try to do?
Well, it seems weird that the god's making you to do it. If they could have done it themselves. Why go through you?
It's not me. That is the necklace. That's.
Well, here. I'm going to hand Tom mine that I made. Can I put this one on? It's identical. Therefore, she'll still have one, but it's something I made. Because I've been trying to help you, but maybe I'll help her instead.
Tom's gonna think about that for a second. I think you can. I think you can.
Well, let me try. I'll take yours off and I'll put mine on her.
I have to take it off.
No, let me try.
Yeah, Tom will just sit there being held by Crix, just watching at this point. The necklace or the totem, it does look.
It's identical. I painted it.
It's identical.
With my marvelous
Okay.
pigments. Yep, I made 2 of them. One for me, and I left one at the temple.
And Stkx, it's blessed. They blessed it.
I'm allowed to carry it. I wasn't told otherwise. I'll hand it to you.
Neither was I. I just. Well, then do it then. I don't.
Okay. I will take hers off and put mine on it, if I can take hers off.
Oh, crap. What happens when he takes an amulet off? AJ, are you frozen?
I have another
He's
idea if
muted,
it's not
though.
going to let me.
You are muted, though.
Okay. Take the necklace off.
Mhm.
Roll me a strength check.
This is going to go great. Roll good. Oh, yeah. 21. It almost went to a net 1.
You grab it, and you feel a little resistance. You give it a really hard tug, and break the chain, ripping it off,
Mm-hmm.
and the necklace comes off.
Beautiful. I'm going to put mine on her and immediately cast Mold Earth and bury his 6 feet deep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get my marvelous pigments out and make another one
Okay.
to give back to Tom.
Is anybody healing her? I guess I could
I could,
Well,
but
you-
yeah,
doing that.
It's you and Stkx on the heels there.
I mainly just wanted out of sight.
Well,
I mean,
Crix, you still have a hold of Tom.
yeah.
And so, Crix, you're definitely going to feel this. Tom, you're certainly going to feel this. Tom starts convulsing.
Figured that might happen.
All right.
I will immediately throw a quick. I don't know what it is, so she'd probably do a lesser restoration first on her, and then a quick healing word before she went back to Tom.
Can I cast the Cure Wounds while I'm holding him? I mean,
as long as
you
got
have 4 arms.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to make sure he's fine.
Yeah.
So if he seems like he is suffering or maybe even losing life, I'm going to try casting a Cure Wounds on Tom as we go, as I'm holding him through his convulsions. I imagine that'll be difficult, but. So if it makes a difference, he gets 6 points of healing.
Yeah, and she gets 10.
Give me one second.
Yeah, she gets 10 plus a lesser restoration. But that's only paralyzed, poisoned, diseased, or blinded. I'd probably do paralyzed. And is Tom foaming at the mouth? Or just a straight convulse?
He's convulsing more. He's in pain.
Okay, that's fine.
You do get the healing also. It doesn't seem like your healing is super effective to him.
How's she doing?
Do I have healing starting now?
At the same time. Yeah. So
start convulsing, and then she notices it, and then casts.
So basically, she starts shaking in my arms. I start
6.
casting the spell.
Okay. How many points of healing? Sorry. 6.
Remind me on lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration.
Or pin it in the chat.
Sure can.
It does one condition from certain ones: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned.
Yeah, and I went with paralyzed for her.
Okay. You went with paralyzed for her. So,
didn't seem like disease or like poison or anything. I figured paralyzed, but I still healed her too, just to see if that would bring her up.
Yeah, there's not much change as far as her being responsive.
I'll do a quick prayer to the God of Light that I serve to see if that'll help bring her back.
How many points of healing did you do, Stkx?
I did 10 for her. 10. Just a quick healing word.
I am going to say that her breathing got a little less shallow.
Okay. So she's breathing on her own.
Yeah, well, she was breathing on her own beforehand. So.
It went from ready to a little bit more stable.
Yeah, I'll just look at Krix and Zaz and give a nod. Tom, I think it worked. I don't know if you can hear me.
I don't even think Tom's verbal right now. He's convulsing, and it's like in one particular moment.
It's not continuous. I mean, it's
no.
You took damage for one round, but and this is the big one. Tom, roll Arcana.
Just Tom?
8.
Just Tom. Okay. All right, continue.
You are doomed.
Yeah, I would
So nothing
literally,
happened for you.
not knowing what's happening, as long as she's
Yet.
fine, I'm gonna at least move her away from Tom and like stick Bill in between them. And then I'm literally just gonna, while Tom's convulsing, if he's still convulsing, I'll do the same thing I did for her. Say a little prayer to the God of Light and put the pendant that I made in Tom's hand. Actually, on around his neck. And pretty much just I don't know if you're there. Tom seems lost. Can you help?
Is he unconscious, or is Tom still awake?
Tom's still conscious. Like I said, Tom, it was the initial jolt.
Mhm.
So you're, lingering pain, but you're not convulsing it. So yes, you are verbal. You can speak now, and do whatever it is you want to do.
Tom, even if he has the ability to speak right now, he's not saying anything. He just, it's also his eyes are whited over, so there's no like specific signs of anything. So he's just kind of, I think this jolt sent him to his hands and knees, and now he's just kind of sitting kind of upright, like kind of his on his knees with his legs folded behind him, and he's just kind of staring. Seems like in Niam's direction, but he's not like trying to escape or anything.
Krix would actually still have you fully wrapped up.
Yeah.
You're still being held upright by Krix.
I'm gonna point to Zaz and point to my head.
Yeah. Well, you can talk out loud to me.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Well, do you have a... So,
I don't want Tom to
the way
do
it works, do you have a telepathic ability? If not, it's just me speaking telepathically to you, and then most people respond in words.
Oh, I actually have to speak out loud? It's not through my head?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. I thought it was one back and forth. Understood. I'll just motion you away then. Do you think we should teleport her out of here? Like, we can go to her home without her. We don't really need her. I'd rather get her back out of...
Let's get her safe and in somebody else's hands, and then we can go about our job.
Well, I was thinking sending a message to Curatio and just telling them he'd expect her to come home quickly. And you can teleport. Use the teleportation circle, drag her in it, finish it, and she can go back and they can deal with her.
Do we have a teleportation circle here?
You do have a scroll. I gave it to you.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I could do
We can
that.
send her right back home immediately, right now.
So while
That's
they're
fine.
having their sidebar, Krix will try and get Tom talking.
Okay.
All right, small friend. That was quite a shock. Are you okay?
That was a mistake, all of you.
Well, we care about you, but you gave us no information. Are you hurt any further?
It doesn't matter. I'm sure I'm sure I'll be hurt worse soon.
What do you mean?
I couldn't have told you anything. I feel like you could understand. I couldn't have. I wanted to. I trust you all. I trust you, but I couldn't.
You couldn't because you didn't know, or because of your oath?
Call it an oath. Yes. I didn't mean for it to come to a head like this, but she is not good. There aren't words that I have that are exactly what she has done. I wasn't graced with a vision, but I just a deeper I know this thing, and I can't. She needed to go, and she's still here. And I think we're going to pay for it.
Okay, Stkx, you said you're going to send a sending to
Well,
Horatio?
we're in the middle of talking about it to see if it'd be a good idea whether or not we should keep her with us.
Leg cramp. Hold on.
You're good. What do you think, Zaz?
Again, I think it's good to send her off, and then I can meet up with you guys in does the Elven capital have a teleportation circle?
Not that we have, I don't think.
It does. You don't have the symbols.
No.
for it.
Does anybody back at Sanctuary's base
I'd
at
say
Sanctuary know it?
yes.
So if I go back to Sanctuary, then they could send me there,
Yeah,
and I
why-
can just wait for you
why
guys
they
there.
didn't send us there immediately. I didn't want to ask that question when we left.
Because you were supposed to do the recruiting and
I
stuff
know.
at town.
I know.
Yep, because there was other reasons for us to go this way.
Exactly.
But something has happened, so
Yes, but I don't know if you actually need to leave. I think you could finish just drawing the circle, and as long as we have her inside of it, I can't remember if you have to go with it or not.
I
At
think
this point,
without a
Crix
circle,
is
I think I
gonna
would have to go with it.
interrupt.
Hi.
And she says, "We stopped Tom, but she should not go alone."
Well,
Why we send her somewhere where there will be other people?
it's either that or we still take her home. And
There is a reason for whatever's going on with Tom
I know.
that he cannot share with us. But it's enough that our mild-mannered friend is very agitated.
I know.
And I do not think it is a good idea to just send her off. One of us needs to take her back
Well,
and relay this so that they can take appropriate measures.
I do have another option.
It's been long enough, also. So, Tom, if you want to try to get back out of the grapple, you can try to do so.
Okay, Tom's not
Are you-
moving. He's not
Are
doing
you
anything
gonna let
right
go
now.
of him?
He could just ask.
That's what I was just going to say. You can just put him down. I think we're fine. Now, Tom.
Tom will kind of look back in your direction a little bit.
Thank you for once for letting me try. I know this is hard.
I didn't do this, by the way. It's also been long enough, I think, and with everything that's happened, that the three of you, not Tom, roll inside.
I was going to do that, but I wanted to talk first.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Insight.
10.
That's a wisdom-based skill.
Yeah, I rolled terrible. I got a +7.
It's on. I don't have great on that. 14's not bad.
Should use real dice.
Okay.
Better.
I'm sorry, Brandon. Please continue.
You seem to be having what I think Ren would call a crisis of faith. Not really a crisis, more an issue.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well,
She
I'm
gave
trying
me
to-
bad vibes.
I'm trying to think this through. Who, if you had this issue before, would you talk to? Before you met us? I'm just wondering if there's someone
I will-
better than me capable
No,
of
I
helping you
understand.
through this.
I understand. First, I will say, with all respect, the issue is not with my faith.
No, I
The
know.
issue is, it is with,
You've been told she's been judged bad.
but the issue is my friends and I were at an impasse here.
Yeah.
I will tell you, my relationship with the God of Light is very different than what it was.
No.
So if you're asking me who I speak to, I speak to no one.
Okay.
So Daz would kind of send Tom a message, be like, so does any of this feel familiar to the teachings of the God of Light? For retribution, for punishment, to send shadowy figures after somebody who, as far as we know, is just a tramp.
There is. I hear you, but there is something happening. There is. We have a feeling that the gods are steady and unchanging, but they are not. The God of Light is not. It's not what we think. It's not.
Well, my other problem is, what if they tell you one of us is bad? That's my other problem.
No, and I asked them. I listen. I
We've
will
done
not.
some terrible things, questionable things.
I don't think so.
Well, that's the thing. You got to think about it from the other person's side too that we're fighting. To them, we are bad people, just like they are to us. So it's I do know where you're coming from though, but for me,
But Stkx, I asked about this. I will not be in a position where I am against you. I will leave before that.
Well, I don't want that.
So I've asked,
No.
and the God of Light is with us. Is what you all need to understand. They want to kill the dragon. They're with our mission.
So
they need us together. The God weapons.
So was she working with the dragon? Was she working with the side that is directly opposing the God of Light? And had she done enough to warrant summary execution by an assassin? And then, when that didn't work, through a slow poisoning of some sort that slowly either sapped her life or just put her into a state where she couldn't defend herself.
My other.
I was.
Sorry, go.
Yes.
No, go.
I was worthy enough for the God of Light to confide a few things in me, but not worthy enough for that. They didn't tell me, and I must not have been worthy to know. Must not have been worthy to know more. I don't know what she did, but I know.
You've been like one of the best that we've come across since we met. You're quite worthy. I don't know if.
You're quite kind-hearted, Tom.
Mm-hmm. This is just.
That seems to have been changing slightly over the past several weeks.
Like
you've given up your robes.
When did you first? Would I remember? I'm pretty sure the day he brought out his. I'm assuming a Book of Shadows, even though Stkx doesn't know it's that. That's when he started talking to the book to start. Then he stopped talking to the book. That's the big change Stkx has noticed. He's not talking through the book anymore. It's
that's
like
true. You haven't seen Tom.
No.
Yeah, you haven't seen Tom like writing and stuff.
No, it's been a straight conversation. So, in her mind, things have changed since he's got the book. And she's pretty much wants to try and figure out the day that happened. And she only knows of one person that she's met that might know that. I just can't remember his name. The other halfling or gnome that...
Are you thinking of Father Michael?
Thank you. I'm thinking I need to have Father Michael and Tom have a talk. That's in her brain right now, because he'd be the only other person who knows Tom more than us.
Let's see, y'all met Father Michael in Reckon or something, right? Yep. So that's where you would know to be able to find him if that's your thought process.
Yeah.
Um,
So Krix is going to put Tom down, and she's going to go secure
Put him down.
the other guy, the gal.
Not how you put
Euthanasia.
down an old cat.
You know, she's very gently going to lower him back down to the ground. Make sure
Not
that
what you
he's
do to a cat
steady,
with terminal cancer.
and
Set him on
and
the
she's
ground.
going to go bind the other gal because she doesn't trust him. There's clearly a reason for Tom's behavior, and she trusts Tom more than this other person. Just didn't seem right to kill her, so she is going to tie her up. So I don't know what kind of check you want me to do for tying her up.
in all seriousness, you are tying up an unconscious body. So you take 20 on that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over and give Tom a hug.
I'm also going to gag her.
Okay. Gagger.
I'm gonna give Tom a hug.
Cast spells. I'm gagging her. Put her hands in bags. Hey, my mate is a caster. I know how to prevent spells being cast.
Oh, yes, she does.
Yeah, we know she's
Yeah.
she can still shapeshift down at all of that. Just to let you know.
Well, like I said,
She is a druid.
She's unconscious.
Yeah, but if she ever does wake up, that's an easy fix for a druid. We just shapeshift.
Okay, so all right, now let's go back to a little bit of order. Tom,
Mm-hmm.
tell me what Tom's thoughts are.
My Tom's thoughts,
Yeah, like what's your current thoughts?
as if they could be read, mayhaps, as if
like
they could be scanned.
I mean, if you're
Yeah, I'll tell you Tom's
if you're
thoughts.
thinking
Surface
something
thoughts, what are they?
specific or something, I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, Tom's thoughts would be a sense of total failure. He's failed his god and he's failed his friends. He didn't communicate well. And he's just sitting there ruminating in it. And he's not even really eyeing or feeling jumpy about moving. He's just slumped.
Okay. Sounds good.
Probably not
So-
the best time to have a talk with Tom about due process.
He just sit there
So,
quietly for now.
I think Tom would just sit there quietly and not even hear anything. It would just kind of wash over him like background noise.
He's actually going
Due
to.
process is important, but man, is it boring.
So I am not going to do this once. Tom, in your head, you hear the familiar voice.
Mhm.
Of, do you wish to make amends for this failure?
And, Tom doesn't even think to say anything in his head. He just starts nodding.
Will you give yourself over to me?
Quick question. To communicate, because I can't recall. To communicate is a thought sufficient, or are things spoken out loud?
Thoughts sufficient. A lot of the communication's really been in your head would be going to this
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah.
Very-
So with a pause, the responding thought would be a little defiant. It would be, not if you hurt them.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
Ooh, snap.
I love warlocks.
I think it's Yeah, we're gonna go with wisdom. That's what
Wisdom
I
I
was
thought that was one. That's a 10. That's
Wisdom is usually for like hold person or command stuff like that.
Yep. Let me do one quick look here. Is
We are off the books, ladies and gentlemen.
By the way,
yes,
Stkx shapeshift
Literally.
requires both a verbal, semantic, and material component. So
No, wild
she will
shape.
not be shaped.
A wild,
Wild
shape.
shape, she's
Wild
a
shape
druid.
doesn't require
You-
squat.
Oh well.
Wild shape.
hold
That's
on.
just a quick thought. That's a bonus action.
Wild shape does not require any of that.
Nope.
Well, if she's a moon druid, it's a bonus action. If she's a regular
Yeah,
druid,
it's
it's,
still- but-
it's a full action. But
It's still, yeah.
regardless, it takes 6 seconds.
It's just a thought.
Dick. Come on.
I mean, it'll be a bonus action when the new player's handbook comes out. But
That's only if you actually pay attention to that and or
oh,
ignore it.
I
like
know.
me. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna ignore
they
it
kind
as
of
much as
they
I
kind
can.
of gutted some of the stuff in druid.
Mhm.
That's not wrong.
Interesting. When I try and look up wild shape, it doesn't come up.
That's because it's not a spell; it's a class ability. You have to go to and do a druid.
Here you go. You can read all that.
Or we can link it and have it take up the whole chat. Oh, run roll 20.
There you go. Just gotta be conscious. That's it.
They're immune to polymorph because they can change back. It's all kinds of weird stuff. It's very powerful.
Nah, that's what it is. I can't think of the name of it.
Not very unlikely that this changes whatever madness is about to happen, but
Most likely.
for what it's worth, because it was an internal thought, what Tom was communicating by the them of do not hurt them was clearly referring to his friends and was not referring to Nia.
Okay. So what you're telling me is yes on this condition.
There's an implied yes, not if you hurt them.
Okay.
Not if you hurt the friends. Because I started to worry that wasn't clear. I think it was not clear.
Yeah, I took that as an initial no. So if you're telling me yes with the condition,
With the condition, yeah.
I conditionally accept your offer to take over my body.
The full contract, the full mental contract was not signed, but if we're in a land of implied contracts, that's
Oh, you're a
that was an
warlock.
implied yes.
Everything's an
That was an
implied
implied yes.
contract.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
those were the terms.
So
Warlocks and clerics, implied contracts all down the line.
Sticks, you go to give Tom a hug.
Yep.
And in this approach to give him a hug, Tom looks up where his eyes had disappeared and turned white. He looks up and his eyes are not like Valenthians before he gets said. His eyes are a pure purple,
What color were they before?
white.
Before they turned white.
I don't know what color was Tom's eyes before they turned around.
Yeah.
White.
Aren't they like blue?
I don't
Tom,
know.
what color
If
were your
somebody
eyes?
If somebody looks deep into your eyes, Tom, what color were your eyes?
I feel
Were they like
he's-
little emeralds shining in the
but let's-
sun?
let's double check. It must be on the character sheet somewhere. Where does that live?
If you put it on
Description?
there,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, we didn't. Eyes didn't make it, but I have. Stand by for eyes. Stand by for
He
eyes.
had no eyes.
Color.
I'm gonna say
No,
he
he's
has
a
brown eyes,
brown-eyed
just
boy.
like you.
He's a brown-eyed boy. Yeah,
Okay.
he's a brown-eyed
So,
guy.
There we go.
Was. He was.
What's the
What?
color of his book?
Yeah,
So brown to white to, and when I say white, I mean
Yeah,
no
when-
no iris,
Yep.
no pupil,
Uh-huh.
and this is the same purple, no iris, no pupil.
What's the color of his book? I can't remember if it was black or if it actually had colors.
Tom.
I'm just wondering if it matched the
oh,
book.
Tom's book. I think Tom's book was extremely unassuming. It has little. It is brown and white, and it had little, I believe there were little strips of purple here and there, but the main thing in the book was if there was any purple, it was kind of faded. It was just kind of an unassuming brown book. Looked kind of old.
So I wasn't. My original thought was as soon as I was going to give him a hug, I was going to apologize and give him guidance for just in case.
Go ahead and give him guidance. Who knows?
Yeah, it was more. That's what she would have done, just to help him get through this. She was going to give him guidance. So whether or not I assume I didn't get that off in time before he made his wisdom save.
I assume since it was an implied yes, there might not have been a wisdom save.
Yeah,
Since it's an implied yes, there was no wisdom save.
Understood.
Okay.
Sorry, bud. But it looks like, well, Krix is tying her up. What? You can see again. Your eyes aren't white. Hi.
No. It seems my sight has been returned. My light has returned.
Great.
And I have to pull stuff up.
Any voice change?
No, this is Tom's voice. This is Tom's vocal cords.
Beautiful.
And I need to pull up. Oh, I need to go to campaigns because I need to pull up Tom's character sheet because I do not know your character sheet like the back of my hand. Yeah, for this portion, Joe, yeah, I'm afraid you do not have control.
That's all right. Only if you need access.
If Tom's subconscious or consciousness decides that he wants to fight this, you let me know.
Depends on what happens. But
yeah, you will be seeing through these eyes. So it's like kind of like an out of body experience.
Okay.
Take it to the view.
Well, one of the other things I had in mind after I gave him a hug, I was going to hold his hands, and just like he's done so many times before when I first met him, see if he wants to do a prayer to the God of Light, one of his old ones.
Yes, can you help me stand?
Well, I was hoping you'd lead it, because you're better at it.
Yeah,
I was just going to follow along.
I just really, I got it. Tom's gonna stand up. Okay, hold on. Yes, I am not. Okay.
You don't have pre-planned prayers for the God of Light.
No, I don't have pre-planned prayers. But it'll be something along the lines of God of Light.
Careful. Sorry.
Please. Let light shine through. Let the path be illuminated. Brandon, I'm going to need you to draw on the map because I remember you said you put mold earth, or did you do a dome? Because Krix is tying her up and stuff, so you said you put mold earth, but
I used mold earth
did you just do a wall?
No, all I did was dig a hole and then cover it back up, so it's buried.
Okay, that was for the necklace, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Then I made him a new one.
Cool. So, yeah, you know what? We're just fully gonna do this. Let light. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm having to look up.
It's okay.
The light illuminate our path. Let light smother the darkness. And Tom's gonna raise his hand, shoot an eldritch blast at Neil.
Okay. Silvery barbs. Whatever you roll, I'm silvery barbing it.
Ooh, I would wait till say that. What if he rolls crappy?
Well, still. It still goes for the crappiest roll anyway.
Give me a second.
And remember, Bill's in the way, so you're hitting Bill first.
Okay. I did not remember Bill was in play.
Sure is.
Yeah, we moved over to the other side of Bill.
You mentioned these. The triggering creature must re-roll a d20. That's fine.
That's only if it hits, though. I would have.
Freaking.
That.
That will hit, so I'll re-roll because you did silvery barbs.
Okay, advantage
First
to
one.
Bill.
So the first one. Oh. Okay. So he has two streams. So the first one will hit.
I'm sure they're all going to hit. It's Bill. His AC is not high. But he got a shit ton of health.
And ooh. The second one was a nat 20.
Okay.
Is Bill not friend?
True. Would Bill be considered a friend?
I am going to say, and I'll let Joe make that decision as I'm rolling damage.
Well, I guess would Bill have been in Tom's mind when he said "not my friends"? That's the real question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not to make it difficult, but that includes Bill. That includes an immediate extension of Stkx.
Yeah, if you make a wisdom saving throw now.
All right. Not great at those, guys. Whoa, but that was good. 21. Get out of my head.
21. Okay, so Bill takes freaking 18 points of damage,
Okay.
and then Tom, you regain control.
Tom, what the hell?
No.
What?
Is he okay? Oh.
Is his
God,
eyes
it just-
still purple? Or are they brown again? Because he was right beside me when I was giving him a hug.
Or white?
I'm going to say that they are. Yeah, I'm going to say they're white again.
Tom?
The God of Light wants this person gone.
Well, right now, you're the problem.
No, I wasn't. That wasn't me. Do you understand?
Tom, take 8 points of psychic damage.
Tom jolts again.
I'm going to tell Zaz, get us out of here. Home.
Who's us? Are we leaving Tom here? Is he going with us? I don't know.
I think we'll leave that up to him.
Okay, I'll grab my stuff. I will keep myself between Tom and Nim.
Mhm.
Or Neum. And then I'll pull out the scroll. And I'll even tell Tom, be like, we're going back to Sanctuary. Are you coming with us?
You. I don't trust myself. I don't trust her.
Who do you trust?
If you're gonna go, go.
Who do you trust, Tom?
Tom's backing up. I trust you. I trust all of you, but you have to understand that things are untenable right now with her alive. We're past the point where she's supposed to be alive. Do you understand that?
I understand that you're being told this.
By something.
But we don't trust that. They're not talking to us. They're just talking to you.
Of
And
course,
it looks like they just took control of you, which is wrong. No god should do that. Not against your will.
Mm.
So, I don't
Tom
know
doesn't have
what's
a choice.
going...
He's coming with us. We need to investigate this with
Yep.
more help. He doesn't have a choice. Come with us, Tom.
And I'd rather not have to do the same thing to you that's been done to her.
Correct.
You just seem not
Tom?
yourself, and someone else is in control, and I don't like that.
if I go with
Sorry,
you,
You're muted there, Krix.
Krix comes back to Tom's side and said, "Come back with us. We'll get it sorted out back home. But I'm not leaving you here. If you stay, I stay with you."
And this is
And
for
if she
Jill.
stays here, then we will be back as soon as we can. I would love to talk to you more about this.
there's nothing else to say. Don't you understand? There's nothing else to say about it.
Oh, but there is.
It's-
I've never seen celestial possession before.
You know, this is beyond us, Tom. I think it's even beyond you. We need someone more powerful and in charge.
To
We
do
need time
what?
to
To let
figure
her
it
to
out.
let her go?
No.
No?
You're going to compromise everything.
Who said we were letting her go?
She's been at Sanctuary longer than us. The people there know her more than us. Especially more than you.
But right now it's just us out here. Do you understand? If this
Correct.
ends here, if this ends how it needs to end, then things can move on. But if we go back and if she goes back, we're jeopardizing everything.
Well, we've been doing pretty good until you started doing this. Until we actually get an exact reason other than she's bad. Like, how bad? I need names, I need places, I need information.
I think we've met worse people than her, and yet gods
Yeah.
aren't trying to take them out.
She's never tried to kill us. That we know of. We
That
need to
we know of.
investigate that. That's our job. That's what we do. That's why...
But evils work in mysterious ways. They're not.
Yep,
We don't know these
They do.
things.
I know.
Did you give whatever took over permission to take over?
I said it can't hurt any of you. But it needs to end. Do you understand? It needs
So you
to end.
So they still said something, but had you said sure, what would have happened?
Sure to what?
Well, you just said you made like an agreement that only if we're not gonna get hurt, that you were took over.
Well, yes, that's what you just saw.
I know, but you should have still said no, in general.
These are gods.
Well,
These are gods. This may seem foolish to you. This may seem like I'm being foolish, but what we're stepping into now, this is arrogance. I've been commanded.
you're
This
still
God
allowed
is
to say
with us.
no.
Do you understand?
No, gonna look around and go. Yeah, sun's out. You're still allowed to say no. Yeah, she has no idea. Come on. She's
No,
learning.
I
She's learning
love
as she
that.
goes. The most she knows is from Rin, and that's not a lot.
You spent your life studying the teachings of the God of Light. So unless the Church of the God of Light is lying to you, does any of this speak to you as something your God would do?
They're not lying. They're not chosen. They don't know.
So you're above them.
I didn't
you're
choose to be. I
better
didn't
than
want
them.
to be.
Then
No,
Right.
I'm
say
not.
no.
Then I'm not saying you did. That's what being chosen is. Somebody or something else picks you.
And
However,
Then
are there
yes.
other records of chosen of the God of Light?
you can always choose something else.
Or
That's the choice of
champions,
fate.
or whatever. Like, are there other records of other people being chosen by the God of Light to fulfill something greater than themselves?
I don't know if Tom would be able to answer that. I don't know if he would have. He'd think of clerics and paladins probably. And
There's clerics and paladins who serve. You know, they serve a god and they worship a god, so they do acts in his name. But as far as a champion, no.
Krix is going to speak to Zaz. We have seen what happens when gods take on a role in a war or a fight. Is this any surprise?
But they,
Yes. We've seen it.
well, we've studied it. We haven't seen it. We've seen the
You, of all
repercussions when a
people,
god
knows.
dies.
Uh-huh. So
You've seen the
his god has
results.
chosen him. Yes, we've never seen it in person, but you've read about it. This is not a new concept for you. Just because it's staring you in the face. We
But-
can't ignore it.
But the records of those being chosen and being imbued with powers beyond the normal mortal, even of magic, like, it was to fight something far and above themselves. It was not to murder people in the forest. That can be done with a blade in the back.
And we interfered with that blade.
Yes, and a god would have known that. Why would they send an assassin into some place where they have competent protectors or competent acquaintances, a competent party that could help protect them from that? They sent them into a party where there's somebody who could heal them of their wounds. This sounds like an ill thought out plan of either a young god, a wannabe god, or a god who has lost touch with their own followers.
this is all telepathic, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're just looking intensely at each other.
Well, it's like
You
Zaz
could
is like
feel
moving
Krix's
arms, like his
hands get a little
antenna
tight
are
on your
going up.
shoulder. So, but
Like,
Listen,
yes, but it's always within our right, as Stkx has pointed out, to question their actions.
listen,
Fine.
I
go ahead, Tom. Our
Oh,
thing's
are
entirely
you guys
internal
talking?
dialogue back and forth. So
You're looking at it intensely at each other. I didn't know if you were, if something was. You know what? It's fine. Stress does not begin to describe today and what I feel, but my God will not be happy with this. But I'm going to say to all of you, for the sake of my mission and for the sake of my friends, I will not take another active role here. I don't want us to go back to Sanctuary. We have a job to do. But I'm telling you all, I'm warning you all, her fate is cast. If not me, it will be something else. And I may lose my vision again. I may, other things may happen, but it's not worth dividing us.
Well,
I don't think we're divided here, Tom. I think we've all pretty much decided we need to help this person who we've sworn an oath to help because she's a member of our guild,
and
take her back so she
8 more
can help.
points of psychic damage, Tom.
Yeah, Tom writhes after saying that.
well, then we can fix her.
And there's something going on with you. I do not know of
Krix
gods
is going to heal him again.
who cause their followers, such devout, chosen followers, this mental anguish you're clearly suffering.
Whatever's doing that to you doesn't seem right.
It does not. It does
And
not
if-
feel right. Even to one of faith such as I.
And if she needs to be judged by a god, let's take her to hers.
Yes. That is what I was trying to get
It's
to
not
a
up
few
to
minutes ago.
us. It's up
It's
to
up
hers.
to her god. Not even up to the god of light, unless she worships the god of light.
And
It's
her
up
father
to her deity.
and family should have a say. Remember, she's royalty.
Then
Killing a princess is probably gonna be a bad thing.
Just like when a god dies, you take somebody out of power, it causes chaos.
If you want her to, atone or whatnot, that would be the better option, I would think, especially from you.
you don't think I asked that first?
Well,
Of course I asked that first. I'm not heartless.
We
I don't
asked
enjoy
her.
any of this.
we ask
Then-
her.
I
Not
asked
whoever
my
you're-
God too.
But you don't, it's not up to them. If you want her to atone, you ask her.
I did ask. She had no interest. She mocked me. She
You-
mocked the God.
Yep, you gave up
That's
too
what brought
soon.
all of this on.
You gave up too soon then. We need to do this. This might take a while.
Then what I say to all of you is, if you know better than the gods,
We never said we did.
then we'll
Never
go
said I
about our
did.
business.
But I've been wrong before. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Every
We're about
day.
to be wrong again.
Well,
I'm wrong every day.
that's the joy of being in our position right now. I still have someone I can hand this off to.
So, where are we going? We going back to Sanctuary, or are we going to try and push the Federation?
How far
I've got the
away are
scroll
we
in
from
a,
home?
in a pair of hands.
From her home.
2 days.
I don't know if I trust Tom enough not to kill her in her sleep. I'm going back to Sanctuary if the rest of the group's okay with that. Because if we're only 2 days away, we can get ourselves there quicker.
Yeah, are there any towns or anything in between where we are now and the capital?
My priorities have changed. I'm not recruiting right now.
I'm just saying, like, even if we stick to the original plan, are there any major population centers? Not major. Are there any moderate population centers between us and the capital?
No, you already passed the last town.
Yeah, then it just makes sense to go to Sanctuary and then use the portals to get over to the capital.
It's either that or you and Tom go back home and we push on. And you come
Yeah,
back to
and
us
I'll
after.
meet you there.
Because I
I
think
will
not-
tell all of you, I have no interest in traveling with her.
that's my point. So it's either you can go home right now or we send her home. Back to Sanctuary.
Will you guys move back to the roads if I take her back?
Yeah, probably.
So then I could come your way and we can meet in the middle?
Or you could just have someone send you right to where we're going to go and we'll meet you at the Inspiration.
All right. That works for me.
And to be clear with all of you, I have faith that what I tried to do, it was correct. But I want to push on to Farasia, and as a part of Sanctuary or as not a part of Sanctuary. I will tell them. To her face, I will tell her father what I tried to do, and let them judge me. They are not gods.
No, but they
So-
I
worship
think this will.
quite a lot of them.
Does the God
Oh.
of Light teach murder? Murder the blasphemers?
Not that I'm aware of.
Kill the sinners?
I'm gonna have to
Tom
pick
will,
up.
Tom will like look at them and say,
I'm gonna have to get me a
"In the
copy of
morning,
book.
I travel for Pharasia. For now, I have nothing left to say to either of you." He's gonna walk away.
Zaz, take her home.
Okay. I say goodbye to Krix. Pull out the scroll.
Fill
Pass
in
the spell.
everything.
Okay.
Fill in everyone.
Did you?
Oh,
Because I
you're-
didn't
you're
see
definitely
Tom's
taking
eyes
Bill.
change. I didn't see Tom's eyes change. Did you tell anybody about that?
Well, Tom's eyes went back to white. I would say it's fairly obvious if y'all were talking to him.
I probably wouldn't have said no. No, probably not. You noticed him change, just
And
in
not
attitude
where.
and hurt Bill, so you knew something happened.
Don't you roll an Arcana check or anything? Do you use
Sure.
the scroll?
You're a wizard.
No, it's a scroll. It's specifically made to come back to Sanctuary. So
Yeah. I'm going to keep Bill too, seeing as Tom's gone.
I went with Tom.
Oh,
So
sorry.
does Stkx.
I meant I sent
Bill,
Bill back with you.
with me?
Yes.
Okay.
I gave him.
We'll just get on top of Bill then, and I'll just cast it from
I
Bill's
gave
back.
him complete instructions on what to do at home.
So we teleport,
Mhm.
Yep.
and now we are
Teleport back to
going
Sanctuary.
to pan over to our other two.
The cinematic pullout as the spell finishes, and then zoom in on
On maybe we had our little sidebar, but so let's zoom in. I think on 4 people sitting in. Oh, I have a map. Let me change that.
visual.
Maps are good. I think we're all just really lucky Tom rolled low on his initiative there.
You're right.
I
Kinda
think things
several
could have
times,
changed a
like-
little bit had he rolled better.
Several times,
Well,
yeah.
Tom didn't get zapped by any fire bolts or.
No, I was thinking giant snake and swallow him. That was my last thought.
No green flame
In
blade, no
jest.
rapier to the gut or anything like that.
We zoom in to maybe, well, really just a solemn looking party for at least 3 of them. The 4th, a young drow man sitting in the shadows with a cloth over his eyes to help protect from the sun in this mid-afternoon day. Or no, actually, I think we're at a restaurant now, aren't we? Or
Yeah,
we're
we
in-
stopped right at the tavern. I had taken his my shirt that I made into a blindfold off, and we were sitting there.
Well, we're gonna say where you're at. The tavern. We'll move 5 spaces in or something. In any sense. Yeah. We zoom in to maybe a kind of somber looking brand. A somewhat red faced Valenthian, maybe. And a very disheveled looking Jonda. Very angry looking Jonda. And a little drow man. A slight smile on his face. let's start there. I think we left off with whistling.
Yeah,
Whistling the lullaby.
we were doing lullabies to see if that would jog his memory. Yeah,
Would you like me to go inside and see if they serve any
we are
spiderweb
inside.
goulash for you?
We are inside, you meathead. Look around.
Yeah, we're
Where have you been?
Off in my own little world, if you'd like to say.
Who hasn't been? I don't know.
Shall I go get us some food? You guys can relax.
Easy. Relax.
Well,
I need to go. Why are you so far away in the street? Also right here next to me. That's confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's way over here.
I don't see your token at all.
Yeah, I have your tokens over here.
Yeah, but he's like over here.
Oh, I see my token. I don't see your tokens.
Yeah, I'll look here.
It don't matter. We're in the tavern.
I'm gonna move your token, and
Move over to the right. There we go. Now there's two
Hey.
valves there.
I've had too much to drink. There's two of you sitting here, you meathead. I need to go. If anybody could maybe fix this, then I'm gonna like gesture. Thanks. I think maybe I've got to go talk to that smelly guy at the Goliath. Maybe he might know where to start.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can wrangle these two over to the old guild house. You just do what you need to do, lass.
I don't want to. He smells like death and gives me the creeps, to be honest, which is pretty impressive to give me the creeps, but I don't know what to do about this. I feel pretty sure that he will know at least where to start if he can't do anything. So, do not mess this up. He stays safe.
You have my word. No one will get to him.
I'll kill you.
They'll have to kill me to get to him.
Okay. And I'm just gonna pat you on the back in a oddly friendly kind of way, and I will be right back. I'm not going to stay there long. Just to
You
the
know where to
Goliath.
find us after.
Oh yes. Hmm. Yeah.
Donda will ask if why.
Do you want to go? Do you think? Okay. I know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think at this point, Rin's whole demeanor towards Jonda has definitely changed, considering they've collectively gone through a thing.
Donda also is not in his note. If you
Okay.
notice on the screen,
Yeah. He's in his draft form. Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't bothered to go into his note.
Yeah. He doesn't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Meathead doesn't want to talk about it. We're not talking about it. No, you don't have to go if you don't want to go. It's fine. Will you just please help him look after this boy here?
Yeah.
The best you can, or whatever.
Sure.
Great. And then Dax, I will be right back. I need to go see someone.
Okay.
They are going to keep you safe and fed and rested and all of the things. I will catch up with you in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm assuming in Undercommon, you're saying that to Dax.
Oh, to him, yes. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that would just be natural for me to just undercommonly speak to him.
Yeah. He's gonna say okay, and he'll look at Valentian and speak in Undercommon.
Oh, right. He doesn't speak in Undercommon. The big guy speaks Common. I think he also speaks Dragons, if you know how to do that also.
This
No.
I can only speak. Yes.
Well,
John.
yeah, he can help you if you need to speak to him, but just stay with these two guys, please, and thank you.
Okay. Yeah, for
Great.
now, I think that'll be okay.
Great. And I will get up and start making my way to Goliath.
Okay, if you zoom out on the map a little bit, you will see a symbol.
The G
Yep.
with the snake. I wondered what that was. Okay.
What up,
I was like,
G?
it's the G snake. Goliath. Okay.
So,
Freaking sun is so bright. It's still hurts my eyes. Ugh. Conveniently located over here. Great. I don't know. Do I knock on the door? I guess so. And I'll just...
yeah, you'll see like an orc that's standing as the doorman.
Oh, great. Yeah. Hey, I need to speak to Malpravis, please, and thank you. Now.
I'll prefaces, busy man. Who are you? What's your business?
I need to see him now. That is my business. I am here to see him.
Application processes aren't
Nope.
through my problems.
Nope. This is a business about. Have you heard about the dragon? How we are working together? Sanctuary and your.
Okay. You're with Sanctuary. Why don't you just say you're with Sanctuary?
I don't have time for the chit chat. I just need to see the guy about the thing. That's all I want.
Yeah. Just wait in the parlor.
Great.
So
Doing a great job. Yeah.
You would let in. Goliath's Guild Hall is not as nice as Sanctuary's. It's certainly not your barn that y'all started in.
Listen, I love that place.
But it's it's. I'm trying to think of the best. You ever seen like a townhouse, like a duplex townhouse? They imagine the wall knocked down in between the two. I would say it's kind of like that.
All right.
So it's more homey, and for Guildhall, that might not be the best of things. I don't know. So, yeah, and you'll wait 5-10 minutes, and you'll see a face that you just saw maybe
The
an
work
hour.
guy.
No, maybe
Okay,
maybe 2 hours ago. It feels like to you of Natasha.
Well, good. It's you. I need to see Malprevis now.
Yeah. I'm here to fetch you.
Great. Fetch away. Let's go.
So, she'll start walking you up to their little meeting hall. I didn't see you in Stkx. I was there for.
Oh, we were there. Yeah.
I was there for 3 days, and I didn't see you.
Imagine that. Clearly, we don't meet in the same places often, but we were there. Yes.
Doesn't seem like your family saw you either.
What do you know about it? Do you talk to them often? I saw plenty of them.
Yeah. I don't know. I need to double check on names before I.
Good luck with that.
Before I start throwing out names. Well, when I talked to you, yeah, yeah, we're gonna say that. Yeah, when I talked to no, it's ma'am. But I talked to Nox last, and she didn't seem to have seen her hiding her hair.
Why would she? I don't announce my arrivings and leavings to her.
Oh, so you did. Okay. I just assumed that you would go to your house and, visit your matron.
I did see her, yes. Don't you worry, I will be going back as well. It's not like it's the last time I will be there. Why are you so worried about where I am? Are you... did you miss me? Is that part of the sword training? You've got to be codependent. You're doing a great job.
Where
That's
were you
cute.
really? Where
Huh?
Why were you even there? So you don't know.
I don't know what.
We can talk later. And
I'm talking to you now.
You said you're in a hurry to meet my province, right?
I am.
As you see, my province sitting at a desk in the meeting hall. So
This is not over, sword.
no, fine,
Okay.
fine. You don't see like the big table that that sanctuary has. You just see my province sitting there at a rather ornate desk. And there's chairs, just small wooden chairs that's in front that you can definitely assume that's where his officers would sit.
Okay.
Yes.
She's like gonna cringe a little. Could not think of anybody else that would be able to assist or perhaps point me in the correct direction other than you. It is something that the house, I don't even know how to tell you without telling you. If somebody perhaps dies and then is brought back and forgets everything. We tried the mind magics. That did not work. Do you yourself, or do you know of somebody that can bring that back? Yes. Soul magics, yes. Is that...
There's a select few.
Are you among them, though?
My power is rather big. Yes.
I mean, like, insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
He's a snaky snake. I suck at insight. 13? Totally mediocre. 13?
13. Yeah, I mean, do you believe that he's arrogantly saying yes?
Okay. What is the procedure and what does it cost?
So it's no sentiment, even for one as powerful as myself.
If she had pupils, they would be rolling back in her head, but she doesn't, thank goodness.
But of course, Rin, right?
Mhm. Yes, that's correct.
I would of course help you as a member of Sanctuary. I like to. If I'm speaking too softly, tell me.
So you're going to help me for what cost?
Well, have you ever heard of a soldier?
A what?
And he's gonna reach into his desk. And he's gonna pull out about fist size ruby,
Okay.
princess cut diamond, red. Oh my god, I know. He's gonna say a soldier.
No, I cannot say that I have.
They're rather rare. Very, very hard to come by and probably harder to make.
Great. And you're telling me this because
This is the key to what it is you ask.
well, you have one.
I do. This is my only one.
Oh, so okay. Let's not beat around the bush. You need one. You want me to go get one and bring it back, or are you going to make me pay for that one, or what's going on here?
I don't think it's something you can go get there. He's gonna say,
Then what do you want?
We can call it a favor.
Like a future one?
Yeah.
What
You,
are
I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
fine, done.
That was easy.
Oh, so what do I need to do? Bring the person here, or are you going to go to them, or what?
It's really simple, actually. The hard part is this. All you need to do is break the jewel on the person and remember them as they were.
And they will be as they were.
Well, yes.
No, what do you mean? Well, yes.
Well, if you don't remember them exactly as they were, small changes can be made.
Okay, and when you say break it on them, like I have to hit them over the head with it, or what are we talking here?
Yeah, just smash it into the body.
I'm sure that is not a problem. Most people don't mind being smashed over the head with a random red. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, and he'll, reach the jewel out, he'll hold it back.
Like I go reach out like this.
When I ask for my favor,
Yeah, I know. I've already. Do you want the handshake or like what do you want?
no, your word is fine. Just like Natasha's a sword, I know you're an axe and all that
Mhm.
stuff. Blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
the better one, then yes, I gave you my word.
I expect a full yes.
I said yes, I gave you my word. This is
Okay.
important to me, obviously, or I would not come to you. You smell like death. Thank you.
I'm sure I'll see you soon.
I am also 100% positive nothing could possibly go wrong here. Thank you. I will walk as fast as I can to. Is Natasha waiting nearby?
Yeah, I mean she's at the door of.
I'm gonna
She's
pocket that.
at.
I'm gonna hold it. I'm not gonna pocket it in case there's a pickpocket somewhere. I'm gonna hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, now you, Natasha. What do you mean? Do I not know what?
There's so much that's happened. Did you know that that the other realms have opened?
I did.
Yeah, the big three's already exploring. They started exploring yesterday.
Good for them.
Awesome. Prepare for war.
We are preparing for war with the dragon. You remember, yes?
No, the Drow.
Are preparing for war with who?
They march soon.
Up here.
Yes,
Led by who?
led by Terror Lepos.
Oh.
You know Terror.
Yeah. Of House Lepos, right. Don't really hear too much about them. I do know that they are in the favor of you know who at the moment. Uh, Interesting. The whole of Stkx marches up here.
Yeah, they will be making their way to Terminus soon.
That is excellent news. Will you be joining?
No, I've conscripted to the guild, so I don't have to worry about such obligations.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's good. What, is that all the news?
No, and that's pretty exciting news.
I mean, it is pretty big news. Yeah. You are not wrong. Weird. I didn't hear about any of that. Well, that is great. I guess I will not be seeing you in Terminus. Oh, I will. I guess if we have any news on the dragon or whatever, we will let you or the other one know.
Promise.
Now, yeah, that's the one. Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Good talk. I'm gonna. Nice guild you've got here. I will talk to you. Okay. Bye. It's just kind of like awkwardly back.
You can always come join if you'd like.
I know, no sanctuary, but thank you. No, it's not me. I did not call you from the other room. I'm going to go, and then I will make my way. Valenthian told me he was going to our old guild hall, so I will make my way the long way, and I will pass by Whispering Depths just to peek in, just to make sure everybody's okay.
Mhm.
On my way.
I'm gonna. Now, are you just peeking in, or are you talking to someone?
I probably would just stop in for the briefest moment just to check in, see all the things around, and I'm gonna go in, I guess.
Okay. I'm going to say, and you choose the name here. The first, choose the name and race for me, actually. The first hire,
Yeah,
is there.
great. It's gonna be a Pip Halfling.
Pip Halfling. Okay.
Yes.
Brian!
Hello to you. How are things here, Pip?
Good. They're very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got a new shipment of bleeding blood oranges. If
Oh,
you'd like to see them.
I would love to. Yes, I've had such a horrible, I don't know amount of time. I don't know. I would
Yeah,
love to.
so she'll reach out a flower, and it's gonna be a very vibrant
Oh
orange.
yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
Kind of like sakura blossom, and she's gonna pull the stem of it, hold it by the flower
Yeah, yeah.
head, and pull the stem of it, and you'll see um, the bleeding part of it, where orange, orange liquid spews from it.
It's so beautiful. But you're doing okay sales wise and all the things. You're okay.
Oh yeah, we're we're making plenty, and of course, the house is still getting um, majority share.
Yeah, yeah, right. Of course. I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm just going to give like 50 gold pieces, I think. Here, I just picked this up around any expenses or if you need to buy yourself something or whatever.
Um, okay, yeah, thank you.
That was suspicious, but you are welcome.
If you
I'm
want
so
to roll insight, you totally
I
can.
do, I really do. But yeah, 3. So great.
You feel like she's gonna give all of that to the house.
Absolutely. I absolutely know that, whatever you do with it, you do with it. But if you need it for yourself, it's there. I am glad to see things are well, and that flower was absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Do you want to take some with you? What about
Yes. Yes, I would.
we, I could make you an arrangement of we're gonna say the bleeding orange blossoms, and please remind me of the name of that one flower.
Let me remember too, because I've sent you a lot of flowers. I
Yes,
feel like
you did.
it was like death something. I don't know. Let me see.
It was, but you know the one I mean.
I do know the one that you mean.
And if you find the picture, put it up for me.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. That would be great. Oh no, it's the Queen of Darkness, is what it is. I think this is the one. Maybe you're talking about. Maybe, but there's others. Just make me a little of this, a little of that.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly the one because it goes so well with the bleeding.
It really does. You have an eye for this. I am so glad you are here, taking care of this place.
So, Ren, you feel confident that it's being well taken care of,
Yeah. Okay.
and you walk out with a flower
Okay.
arrangement. I was gonna say more like a basket arrangement.
Sure, I'll take a basket arrangement. Sure.
Yeah, a basket arrangement of these two flowers.
Okay.
With,
And I
with
love
maybe
it.
some sort of white as an offset.
Like a
some sort of
baby's
white
breath.
flower. Yeah.
I'm here for it. Great. Thank you. Again, I'll come back and by and check next time I'm around. Thank you. I say that too much today. What is happening to me? Whatever. I'll see you later. And I'm just gonna leave and head back to where I know Valenthian is.
Okay, so for your walk back, Philippian. So you want to start at the tavern? Are you wanting to just go straight to there and wait for the old hall and wait for Ren?
Unless you had something, I would have.
I didn't know if you
probably-
wanted to try to engage in conversation with John Doe or Dax or anything.
No, just get him over there and keep him safe.
Okay. Pretty much this whole walk, Dax does direct questions your way, but they're in Undercommon. You don't understand. Jonda does translate, which is mainly like, where are we going? You know, how long have you known that girl? She seems rather upset, and Jonda has no fucks to give. He is translating word for word. Yeah, why does she seem so upset? Things like that.
The old Reichenus guild hall that I own 3 years. I don't think the world will ever know.
She seems really sad to me.
I'll add that she does.
Do you have siblings?
No.
Yeah. Me either.
Actually, lad, she's your older sister.
And John is going to give him a look to say something Undercommon. And you'll see Dax just shake his head.
I promise you, lad, as hard as it is to believe, she really is.
He says that she keeps saying that. Or she kept saying that.
Because it's true.
He'll direct an obvious question to you and John and it, of course, gets translated again. So after we do this guild hall thing, can I go?
I am going to leave that up to Rin.
Well, I'd like to carry on. And that's when we'll arrive at the guild hall. And I'll say within a few minutes that the radio arrives.
Great. Okay, so first things first, Meathead, I got a thing that will help with the situation that I was inquiring about.
You do see her carrying a basket on her arm.
I'm not even going to mention it. I'm just going to ignore that there's a basket there for right now. Also, I'll deal with that later when others are sleeping.
Okay. Well, if we're going to deal with that later, Brandon, you brought up a good point. So let us take our potty break.
Hooray! Nothing bad's happening on both sides at all. We're all fine. This is fine.
Fine.
Yeah, no, we're all
Burning
good.
it down.
We're
it's
just splitting the party into 3 parties now.
I know. God.
Yep.
Why don't each of you go your separate way for me?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to pick up at the tavern, or not tavern, at the guild hall. So Rin arrives, and
Unconscious.
but no, not at Sanctuary, at the old guild hall.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
All right.
Right. It's been a big day. We need to get some rest, and in the morning we will decide what we are doing. I'm going to look specifically at Dex.
So in the morning I can go.
I don't know. We'll see how you feel. I mean, you will make up your mind. We'll see how you feel in the morning. It's been a long day. I mean, or hours, or some amount of time. I don't actually know.
Dax is gonna reach out and grab your hand. And Valentine, of course, you're saying this, you're not understanding the words. I guess maybe if you ask John to translate for you, he might. But he's gonna reach out, he's gonna grab your hand. He's gonna say, I know you've had a very long day. I am not this person you think I am.
I'm going to smash him over the head with the soul gem right now.
Roll
And I'm
D100.
gonna in the middle of his monologue. I'm just not even gonna listen.
First off, tell me what you're thinking about.
I am thinking about him, like our whole as I knew him while I was there in the Underdark growing up. I am not thinking about his birthday because I don't remember that, but I am specifically remembering him being the sweetest, kindest, best of us all, and I'm thinking about him. Well, I know that he just got whipped, so that probably crosses my mind also. About how kind of meek and weak he is, and I'm thinking about how he always sang the best lullabies or would whistle or make up little songs all the time. But just how he used to be that I remember, minus his birthday.
Roll D100 for me, please.
It's a 25. Hopefully he's unconscious for a minute. Maybe. I don't know.
You smash this
I do.
gem into the side of his head, and it shatters. Vaporizes
Yeah.
as you do this. Now think on what 25 would really give you.
25 to be honest.
25.
Don't give me an extra 10. I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad, but honestly, I got a 25.
I'm going to say that he shakes his head and he looks at you and he says, Rin.
Yes, that is my name.
Where am I?
First of all, please tell me where you are from.
Stkx.
Okay, but what is your whole name?
Dax.
Of? House?
Dax.
Of?
I'm Dax.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Who am I to you?
And you're Rin,
Yeah, but who am I to you?
the kindest person I know.
Oh! I quit. I can't do this anymore. I got scared.
You're my big sister.
Oh, thank God. Praise be to the Raven Queen. Thank you. Thank you.
You help, keep me from getting lashings from Mother.
Well, as often as I can. Do you know where is the last place you remember being besides right here? Where were you before here?
In my room.
Okay. Great. Well, that is fine. Okay, we are at present we are in Reikanovs, in the old guild hall of Sanctuary. Isn't it grand? As I stand in the middle of this tiny little room. It looks like a barn. I know, don't. This is Valentian. He does not speak Undercommon. He travels with me. We have shared in a heart of a beast. So technically, I guess he would be Bloodkin. And this is, you might remember John Dahl of House Imond.
It's a pleasure to meet you both. As he says in our comment, puts a hand out.
He says it's a pleasure to meet you, Valentian. I think maybe it worked. Are you hurting anywhere? Are you all right?
I think I'm okay.
Okay, here's the thing I need to know from you, Dax. Tomorrow, I need to go back to Stkx. You are out now. Do you want to go with me, or would you like to be somewhere else?
I mean, I don't want to get anything.
Okay. Well, I will figure out how to get you. What do you think, Valentian? Sanctuary for him?
But isn't the nearest teleport circle like a day and a half away?
I'm not worried about that. They have magic-y people here and whatnot. If I can find a way for him to get there, I'm not sure.
You'll probably want to message Alaric before you send him there.
I'm not worried about that. But do you think we send him there? Because I do not want to bring him back there.
The only other place I could think of that would be safe, there's no way I'm going to give up that location. So yes, Sanctuary is the best.
Then why would you bring it up if you are not going to use it as an option? That makes no sense. Make it make sense, Valentian. I don't.
Well, that's my way my brain works, so get over it, lady.
It's no. If you're talking about with the she who shall not be named, of course. I would not mind if she maybe, But I know it's fine. Well, here is what we can do. Perhaps we send John. How do you feel about going back to Sanctuary at this point? Do you want to go to Stkx or no?
I'd rather
Okay.
not.
Can you take him, please, and keep him safe and bring him to Sanctuary? He can stay in his room until I get back. And I'm going to point to Valentian. He can stay in his room. Oh, come on. Mine is being occupied by a pregnant, possibly still pregnant lady. A little sprite. Kurashio's always in there. There's no room for anybody else. What do you want? You're not using it. Can he use it for now?
All right.
Thank you. If that is okay with you, Dax, John Dahl will take you back to where I will be in a little bit. I have some more business, and I must go see the matron mother.
Okay.
Don't worry about you. You will be safe there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
What?
will you be okay with moving?
It's always a gamble, but better me than you, I say.
Okay.
Don't worry about me, boy. You will be okay. You are out now. Be careful if you are traveling in the daytime. The sun, it burns. It's called the sun. It's hot and it burns. But you will get used to it in time. Okay? Great. Valentian, I need to have a word with you, and also John Dahl, if you have a moment, I think you might want to know as well, being as you are who you are in Sanctuary.
Yeah. Dex, while you're starting to initiate this conversation, Dex is going to go start playing with your flowers.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm not even gonna
and pulling the orange blossom and chugging.
I know, isn't that great? Anyway, you're distracting me. Hold on. So I have been informed by Natasha of House Duval that Stkx marches for the surface.
What does this mean?
War.
Between
Anybody on the surface. Basically.
three.
I know, as if we needed more good news. I intend to, when we go there, to speak and see if it is. She mentioned they will be in Terminus pretty soon. So, it is not led by my house. It is led by House Lepos. I'm not sure that you've ever heard of them before. Have you?
Valenthian, you have terrain levels.
You would, yeah.
That's actually where my brain was just going. I was like, wait, wasn't that Terrain's place?
Have you heard this name, Lepos?
Isn't that where Terrain came from?
Who?
Terrain, the guy that was in Sanctuary with us.
I don't know anybody by that name.
They're like, you're fucking with me.
No, I don't. I
Please
don't.
roll insight.
Oops. 16. I didn't mean to roll it twice. 16 both times.
Yeah. You genuinely feel like she doesn't know who terrain is.
Yeah, you would see like no recognition in her face. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, for fuck's sake, tell me you didn't lose your memories too.
I know who I
Jonathan,
am.
did you have anything to do with this?
Valenthian. And I'm going to say this with the utmost respect. Don't ever fucking accuse me of that again.
You're exactly who I'd accuse since you do mind magics.
Okay, this is besides the point. They are marching on Terminus in a few days. Let's put our private parts away. You are both great and giant men. Whatever. We need to get it together. Do you hear what I'm saying to you, Janda? The whole of Stkx is marching on Terminus.
Yeah.
I have no idea why they would even want to do that. But I can try and talk to my matron mother and see if perhaps maybe like what the reason is, if they're going after a specific group. Perhaps House Ragno does not get involved. I do need to go see your house. Any tips for that, by the way? I need to find out Harry's name.
Well, I didn't go to my house.
No, I know, but any tips? Because I will go for you. Maybe.
No one cares about some fucking Drider, okay?
He cares is the problem.
Yeah, but no one's going to know. No
Right.
one cares.
Check. I will make up a name and tell him that is his name. It's great.
Fine.
Fine. I will handle it. It will be fine. Don't even worry about it. Just take the kid home and tell Alaric about the thing. We apparently we will be there in a few days anyway. Me and this guy and the others are supposed to meet there, so I'm sure we'll be right in the middle of that. I can't wait.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to bed. I'll take him in the morning.
Yeah, great. Great. Valentine, a word outside, perhaps.
Right.
So once we're out of earshot, if anybody. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you one time, you do not repeat this to anyone. Yes?
Repeat what?
Swear it.
I'm showing you I'm not going to repeat because I'm going to
I
pretend
know, but
don't remember.
I need you to say the words. I swear Upon pain of death, I will not repeat this to anyone.
Everything you just said.
Great. I feel like perhaps I should get that in blood, but I'll skip that for now. So, as you know, I went and saw who I saw, and he gave me the one soul gem that he had. I'd never heard of it before. I asked him how much it would cost me, and it turns out it will probably be kind of pricey.
Because
I definitely did say that he can call in a favor.
fuck's sake, Rin.
It's Dex. What did you want me to do?
No, I'm not creep. He's
What-
gonna ask
what-
for something completely
I know.
fucked.
I know. But if you were in my shoes with you know who.
Yeah.
It's different. It's familial, and it's not for you. But I know that you would have done the same without hesitation. I did it. I didn't even think about consequences until now, and I know this may be a problem. So I'm telling you now, if I do something that is more uncharacteristic, probably that favor has come into play.
I can help with it, I will.
Great. No, we're not mentioning this to anyone, and I'm not
Mentioning
even
what?
gonna. Exactly. I'm not going to call Alaric. Call? Do you send Alaric? I don't know how this thing works. I don't know. I'm gonna let Janda just handle it when he gets there.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. So tomorrow we go. I'm going to warn you now. They are pretty bad, and you might hear me say some things that I do not mean when we get there. I definitely will lie if they ask me about Dex, but they are horrible. So just be prepared. It's probably going to be really bad.
Do my best to be ready for anything, but anything could be anything.
Let me just tell you right now that most of them are magic. In my house, anyway, they are magic users or of some form or another. So it's going to be a lot if things go really bad. So just
I guess I better get a fighter going and get some sleep then.
yes. And the Raven Queen has told me that we will have a way back in the morning. I do not know what that means or what that looks like, but I believe her, so we will see.
All right. Hopefully we'll have something good for breakfast.
Great. And I like how you have not mentioned the flowers one time, and they're just in a basket on my arm. Great. Then yes, I will go sit down somewhere and pray for a while. But yes, good idea to get some sleep for you. Also, the one and only time I will tell you this, thank you.
Or
Well, I'm alive now. He's alive
oh.
now. He's alive now.
Don't mention it. Really, don't.
I won't. Ever again. That's why I'm telling you right now. This was the one and only time. And also, you've got something on your shirt right there. There. Right there. Boop.
I thought that's what you were going for.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna go sit down somewhere and pray.
I will go gather tamarack that's next to the old guild house and start building a fire that hopefully will last through the night.
All right. So y'all go to bed. We're gonna pan to Zaz and Neum. Zaz, you just arrived at Sanctuary with a unconscious Neum in your
Who's been tied up?
walled up.
On Bill.
Who's tied up on Bill and gagged on your arms.
No, she'd be in front of me on Bill. I'd be like riding him like a horse, but he's a buffalo.
That works.
The bestest of buffaloes.
I told you, I'm like, well, if Bill's going with this, I'm going to be on top of Bill when I cast the spell.
That works.
Good thing I got 4 hands. I can hold on with 2 and hold the scroll with the other 2.
And so, excuse me, you were having sanctuary. What you doing?
I call to whoever's closest with my mind powers. We need Alaric. Alaric and what's the
Kirashio.
healer? Karashio.
Okay. You get there. You see someone, and they run inside to fetch Alaric and Kirashio, who meet you at the parlor. Yes, yes. Alaric speaking. What?
Well, while I was waiting for them, I would start taking a Neum off of Bill and let Bill go about his business so he can go where he needs to go.
Yep.
And I'll just let Alaric know real quick, be like, well, Tom, well, let's start. You knew about the assassination. She hasn't gotten better. She's now unconscious. We don't know why. And Tom was apparently possessed by the God of Light, trying to kill her. So we need to talk.
Yeah. And Alaric and
First of all, let's
Kirashio
get her to
exchange a look. Yeah. Kirashio picks Neum up, takes the bindings off of her, and takes the rope off her, ungags her, and just throws her over his shoulder.
And Tom says that she offended the God of Light so much that that's why the God of Light wants her dead. I should probably have let just to make sure we have the basics down.
Yeah. Well, we're not keeping her tied up. It throws her over her shoulder, runs off with her. I'll meet you up in the meeting hall.
Okay, I'll just go right up there. I could probably just follow Alaric up unless Alaric's heading in a different direction.
Nope, Alaric's heading up there. You get there, he sits down, offers you a seat, and a few minutes later, Kirashio shows back up. Okay, so back to it. You said Tom got possessed.
Well, so she got attacked by the assassin. We let you know. Tom, after we healed her up, Tom gave her her necklace for protection. Over the next following days, she kept feeling worse and worse and worse until she finally passed out. Well, should say wouldn't wake up the next morning. So we figured the only option was to take the necklace off. At this point, Tom got very defensive. And he's still blind, by the way. And then something happened, and he attacked Bill. Stkx's buffalo, because she was on the other side, and then wouldn't stop going on when we questioned him about how she had offended the God of Light so much that she needed to die. So there's something else going on, I think.
Where's
Because
Tom?
I don't. He's still with Krix and Stkx, heading towards the Elven capital, Phaedron.
And
At some point, he's going to be getting a sending from the sending stone with the exact same information.
Stkx is probably going to be contacting you to verify what they can with, the sending stone.
okay, and he's gonna do a quick rummage. He's gonna grab the sending stone. Stkx. Look here. Bring Tom here.
if I hear him say that, I'll be like, we wanted to bring everybody back. Tom refused to come back to Sanctuary as well.
You said you're going to meet back in Farasia, right?
Yeah, I was going to go back to Farasia and meet them so we could finish doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Okay. No. I'll go with you to fetch Tom.
Okay. There's still a few days out from Farasia, so we could probably rest up tonight and still use the portal in the morning and still get there before them.
Yeah, that's fine. Place the stone. Shit. Curatio. And now you get sending from Curatio's things saying, we'll meet you at Farasia.
Hurry. Please.
That's delayed sending, please.
It just says words, not that pauses don't count.
Nope.
Zaz, you can see that they're both obviously flustered, and Alaric's going to look at Curatio, and he's going to say, which I haven't devised this language, so I'm going to give you keywords of this language. Cassio, Luminati, Maturian.
What language is it?
It's language you wouldn't know.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you that it's a spoken language you wouldn't know. You'll see Curatio answer back, which is going to be Beluric. I'm not good at devising languages. So that's going to be the key. Beluric, Maturian, Tom. And yeah, that's going to be the key words you pick up through that. It's going to be an exchange. It's going to be a kind of heated exchange. So by the tone of it, you're gonna see urgency. You're gonna see annoyance on Curatio's part, and Alaric's gonna turn to you and say, "Zaz, thank you. We can meet in the morning, and we'll teleport from here." Okay.
All right. Then I'm gonna spend the rest of the day in the library looking up everything on the God of Light I can possibly find.
Okay. Let's roll investigation.
Investigate.
Yeah, there's not much of a library there.
Is there any chance that Bixie comes and finds him?
Well, I probably would have gone in. Bixie's supposed to be helping out with the kid, with the pregnant lady, so I'm not gonna bother
Yeah,
her.
but Bixie mentioned the library.
That is true. I would have gone and found Bixie and asked her to show me where the library was.
It's behind where Alaric sits.
Behind his office?
Yeah,
There's a door behind Alaric's office?
there is. It's just a plain door.
Okay. Is there another way to get into that room other than through his office?
You can roll. You can go through the grounds of sanctuary and roll an investigation.
Another investigation. Oh, this one isn't as good.
I didn't see your first one for
It was a 21.
the cursory, the first investigation. You find very basic, you know, very basic, like here's the Book of Light, like here's the Bible, that's what you find.
Great. It's not what I'm looking for.
That's what Stkx is actually looking for.
And go walking the grounds, seeing if there's some other way. No.
Okay. I guess I'll ask questions when we meet up in the morning. I've already brought some distressing news. I don't want to push my luck, considering I don't exactly look normal.
Well, neither Curatio nor Alaric have been alarmed by your appearance.
Sure, but I come suddenly with somebody who's high up in the guild, who's injured, passed out, concerning things happening with somebody else. It's not one of those times to push hey, I need some information about this, because they know more, because isn't Alaric a paladin of the God of Light?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I would have known, just mentioning that kind of stuff, he would have more knowledge than me, so any, bells would have gone off in his head, or alarms. And so I'll just trust that he knows better than I do at this point.
You trust the Holy One knows that kind of stuff better than the arcane?
Trust the one who spent his life that's longer than mine has been so far studying and worshiping a deity would know more about that deity than I do. Yes, generally that's a pretty good thing. At least in Zaz's mind, it makes sense.
All right. So if that's going to conclude your day, we're going to move over to the other three to continue this on day 5.
Immediately, I would have let Tom get away from us. As soon as I thought he was out of range, I would have used my sending stone to whoever was on the other end, because I don't think it was just Alaric. I think it was a 3-way.
The 3-way, the third way was to
Rin and Val.
And
I would have immediately tried to reach out to both of them and filled them in on everything.
You got no response.
Even from Alaric?
The Alaric thing just happened.
Yeah, I would still do mine at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, he would have got a more detailed version from me, including how his eyes changed and all that.
Yeah, he would still say,
okay.
Well, we're going to teleport to Pharasia.
Okay.
We'll meet you on the road.
Beautiful. Thank you. And immediately, as soon as we leave, I am casting plant growth on the area we left, so no one can tell that I'd used Mold Earth, and that entire thing for a mile is going to be overgrown.
That'll work. And what else? Are we just traveling the day through to Pharasia?
I guess so.
Well, I'd give Tom a lot of time to himself before I checked on him. Or at least from behind him, he'll get the odd healing word from 60 feet back. I'm giving him a space, but I'm still healing him. So if you're down anymore...
Would I eventually... Yeah, okay.
If you're down anymore...
I was down.
Okay.
I was down.
Eventually... Yeah. Oh, that was a crap one, but I would pump 2 into you.
Okay.
So eventually you're going to get 10 back.
Okay.
It almost taps me for spells already.
So, anything else for this day?
No.
Just straight travel.
Yeah,
I think so.
I'd be telling the
This point.
horses to keep an eye on Tom, make sure he doesn't wander away.
Oh, I'm keeping an eye on Tom.
I know.
Tom, are you just straight traveling? I'm assuming.
Tom's straight traveling. I mean, he's not doing any weird or wily behavior. Every once in a while, you probably see him mumble to himself, but he doesn't really move to interact with anyone.
Yeah, so we do that. We break for the next day. Or,
Long rest.
yep, take your long rest.
Yes.
Yeah, you only burned a spell slot. I burned most of mine.
Nice.
I
And
used 8.
we the next morning. Take the straight travel still.
Unless Tom has a desire to stop along the way, I'm assuming we're traveling.
Yeah,
I mean that night with some privacy, Tom would probably do a god thing, but
All right, please tell me.
froze here. Sorry, everyone, that froze for a second.
yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you'd probably do a god activity. I sent you a message about it. Not sure how you want to go about it.
Oh, I thought, yeah, we can full RP that, in my opinion. I thought, we'll do it here instead of.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, so I mean, that evening, like Tom, if we're in little camping setups, he would make sure that he has some privacy from the others. Just
Much as he can
some
get from Crick.
distance, as much as he can get. So it's like, yeah, I don't. He's not like he's moving a little ways away his tent, but it's not like he's not out of ear. I mean, he's out of earshot, but he's not out of like the little glow from his
Outside,
tent or
yeah.
something would be very clear. But anyway, he is going to sit and just kind of stay up for a while, and eventually he's going to sit up and try to contact his god. He's going to say, "What? Who are you?"
I am the light.
No, no more. Who? What are you called?
You can and should call me master.
It's not enough. You're not the god of light. You're not.
I am who I say I am. I am who I choose to be.
Tom, if for flare, if there's a little fire going, Tom's going to like withdraw his like book of shadows from where it is, and he's going to like hold it over the fire, and he's going to say, "If you've lied for a long time, if you want, tell me. Well, you're in my head. Tell me what you are.
I am a god.
What god?"
The only one that will matter.
What is your name?
Would you really like to know, Tom?
Yes.
I'll tell you. but there's nothing you can do. Understand that. I will not be stopped.
Well, then say it.
My name is Mathurian. And Tom,
Mm-hmm.
and me and Joe can talk about this later. But Tom, you feel your eldritch powers leave you at that moment.
They leave me.
They leave you.
Mm.
So, really, it just boils down to you cannot use magic
Mm-hmm.
for the next foreseeable future. But at the same time, your eldritch powers leave you. You have now gained your sight
Mm.
fully. Your sight and eyes are back. Okay, I'd like to rush through this next day if we can rush through that, and then we'll call it. So, the
Yeah,
next
I
day
didn't
of
have anything
travels,
else. I didn't have anything else, I don't think.
y'all see that that Tom now has his eyes back, and has his baby boy brown eyes back. So,
Brown-eyed boy.
and you commit with your travels. Zaz, the next morning you wake up. Horatio and Alaric are already waiting for you.
Okay.
And Horatio casts a teleport spell. And you teleport to Farasia. This is our 6th day. Like I said, they said they were going to meet you in the middle. So about midday, you get met in the middle. And the only thing that's said is let's get back to Sanctuary. You teleport back to Sanctuary. Horatio casts another spell. And that is where we'll pick up next session at Sanctuary with y'all. So we'll have a half day to catch up to the others, and then we'll be caught up.
What? Having 3 separate parties? You didn't want that? We're back to 2. We're fine.
One split up and came back together in the same day,
Yeah,
like
we're
in the
fine.
same session.
Yeah, we're good.
So cool. And yeah, I think that's everything I got for y'all today.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Fun.